Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Wednesday, January the 30th, 2019, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Facebook. Once again, it's the regular thing. Facebook in hot water again, after it was revealed that it paid up to $20 per month to gain almost unlimited access to users' phone. Well, mostly teenagers, as young as 13 years old, which is, of course, against the law and kind of not right. And of course, this has created a stir where there will be an investigation going on with this. Interesting. We just have these news coming from Facebook all the time. Microsoft 365 is getting a complete overhaul of its compliance center. What's happening, of course, is that with the new data privacy regulations and all, it needs to be clearer if it doesn't want to pay maybe some kind of fine, especially in Europe. So it's actually working on making all of this better. Well, Apple revealed the details of its revenues and profits yesterday. And, of course, they are amazing revenues and profits. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's one thing that kind of really is stealing the show. 15% drop in iPhone revenue, which is huge. And it's creating a lot of, a lot of people and analysts are saying, this is kind of scary. Of course, everything else, they say, has increased 19%. Still, 75% of the revenues of Apple come from iPhone sales and, of course, the App Store. So, we'll see what happens. Apparently, one of the reasons it's hit really hard is the Chinese market. Also, Apple did have some good news with its music streaming service that hit 50 million subscribers. That's up from 36 million last year, and it's closing the gap on Spotify that is at 70 million paid subscribers. So that, at least, there are a few good news about services that Apple is offering. A lot of users of Microsoft 365 are mad at Microsoft again because of outages that happened yesterday. What's happening is that in the last 3 months, there were so many times that the service was unavailable or had problems that a lot of users are starting to get annoyed and saying, you know what, maybe we should move on to some other service. Gmail, if you are using the app on iPhone or on the Android tablets or phones, well, you are having a update, and it's rolling out in the next couple of weeks if you don't have it yet. And it brings new material design and new features to the app for Gmail on phones and tablets. And of course, if you have a Samsung Galaxy S9, S9 Plus, Android 9 Pie has started rolling out in the US now. It's rolling out slowly, of course, because they want to make sure it's all right. But that also means that pretty soon, everybody's going to get it. Foxconn might actually not have its Wisconsin factory after all. They had promised this huge $10 billion factory, but now they say that with what's happening and the company struggling a little bit in 2019, it might not happen again. And one of the things they say is that they were planning to build LCD panels, but they say they just can't because LCD panels, they won't be competitive if they build them at that place. So right now, nothing's happening. How many robocalls did the US have last year? Well, you'll be pretty interested in this big number. 26.8 billion robocalls were made last year in the US, and they say that it's getting worse this year. So it seems that, most of us are just getting robocalls. Last year, of course, there was the biggest ever distributed denial of service attack, and it had peaked at 1.7 terabytes per second. Researchers say that this year, the same type of attacks could be 4 to 5 times more intense. So, we're getting there, of course, and as the technology is getting more powerful, and the internet faster, we will have bigger attacks possible. The good news, the types of attacks that DDoS are doing right now, using a lot of unpatched routers and devices, is easy to mitigate. And finally, Google Chrome, of course, it already has a feature where it's telling you that a website is fake, it's not the real deal, you're not on the real website of a company or a site that you want to go to. But it seems that too many people don't see the difference. So the browser will actually tell you even more, and will actually tell you really, really intense, so that you make just to make sure that you know you're not on the right website. This happens very often, and it often has to do with misspelled words. So sometimes you just enter, for example, Apple with 1p.com, and you'll go to a page that looks like an Apple website, but it's not. It's the fake one. And so there's a lot of problems with that. So Chrome will actually tell you a little more. Basically, just make sure that the warning is visible that, oh, you're not on the right page here. And so this was the Tech News Update for Wednesday, January the 30th, 2019. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.